Welcome to our presentation on the vital role of ARES in Washoe County's emergency plan. In times of crisis, reliable communication is crucial. We'll discuss how ARES ensures dependable communication during emergencies, emphasizing its essential role in our county's preparedness and response strategy. Discover why ARES is not just an option but a necessity for our community's safety. In the unpredictable landscape of emergencies, communication stands as our lifeline. While public service communication systems are robust and dependable, they, too, have their limits, especially when confronted with large-scale crises that can overwhelm or even render them ineffective. This is where the dedicated volunteers of ARES, RACES, and Auxcom come into play. Trained amateur radio operators form an indispensable bridge, ready to bolster communication when we need it most. They are the reliable support who ensure that our lines of communication remain unbroken, supporting local, regional, state, and national incidents. In an emergency, it's not just a luxury, it's an imperative, and amateur radio emergency services provides the essential communication resources that can make all the difference. Amateur radio, with its spectrum allocation second only to the U.S. military, offers a vast and diverse range of frequencies that enhance communication capabilities, particularly in challenging atmospheric conditions. Within this expansive spectrum, U.S. amateur radio operators are granted access to a wide array of frequencies. Some operators are granted privileges spanning from the low-frequency, 2,200-meter band to the extremely high-frequency, 1 mm band. This breadth of access empowers amateur radio enthusiasts to connect and communicate across a spectrum as wide and varied as the community they serve. To become a qualified radio operator, designated as communicator, one must meet specific minimum requirements as defined in the standardized training plan. Obtaining an FCC license is the initial step, and in the United States, there are 3 classes of licenses: amateur extra, general, and technician, each with varying privileges and exam requirements. In addition to FCC licensing, education plays a crucial role in the qualification process. The American Radio Relay League, ARRL, the Wisconsin ARES organization, and FEMA define educational prerequisites. The minimum criteria for a Level 4 operator include completion of courses such as FEMA ICS 100, 200, 700, and 800 level courses, the ARRL Emergency Communication Program, the National Weather Service Skywarn Spotter Program, and the Wisconsin Emergency Management Web EEC User Training Program. We are also trained in Auxcom. Annual participation in communication nets and exercises is a mandatory component, as outlined in the standardized training plan, ensuring that operators remain active and engaged. Moreover, quarterly competency assessments help maintain proficiency in essential skills, ensuring that qualified radio operators are continually prepared to provide vital communication support during emergencies. FCC regulations empower ham radio operators to play a crucial role in public safety during emergencies by facilitating communication with non-amateur entities such as FEMA, the National Weather Service, and the military. This authorization is granted under the guidance of the local emergency management organization, operating within the Radio Amateur Civil Emergency Service, RACES, protocols. The FCC regulations that grant this authority include 47 CFR Section 97.111a, 2, to address essential communication needs and to facilitate relief actions. 47 CFR Section 97.111a, 3, for collaboration with other FCC-regulated services. 47 CFR Section 97.407d, 1, in support of public safety, national defense, or security efforts. 47 CFR Section 97.407d, 2, in immediate life safety situations, protection of property, maintenance of law and order, alleviation of human suffering and need, or response to armed attacks or sabotage. 47 CFR Section 97.407d, 3, for the dissemination of public information or instructions related to civil defense and relief. These FCC regulations underscore the vital role that ham radio operators play in ensuring the swift and effective flow of information during critical times, ultimately contributing to the safety and security of our communities. The State of Wisconsin's Interoperable Communications Field Operations Guide, known as WIFOG version 2.3 from November 2021, serves as a comprehensive resource that delineates the critical role played by amateur radio in emergency communication. Specifically, in Chapter 11 titled Amateur Radio ARES/RACES Resources, the guide highlights several essential aspects. Chapter 11.1 discusses statewide ARES/RACES frequencies, emphasizing the significance of these frequencies in ensuring seamless communication during emergencies. Chapter 11.2 delves into the Amateur Radio Emergency Data Network, ARES, showcasing the role of this network in facilitating data communication vital for emergency response efforts. And Chapter 11.3 introduces Amateur Radio Digital Mobile Radio, DMR, shedding light on this technology's importance in modernizing and enhancing amateur radio communication capabilities. Together, these chapters within the WIFOG underscore the state of Wisconsin's recognition of the invaluable contributions of amateur radio operators and technologies in bolstering interoperable communications and enhancing emergency preparedness and response statewide. The Waushara County ARES Group is a multifaceted and highly versatile organization that collaborates with several key entities to provide robust support to our community. Within our ranks, we seamlessly transition into one multi-purpose group, ready to address various communication needs across different levels and situations. Our capabilities are diverse, including Waushara County ARES Network. We are the backbone of local events, ensuring that communication flows smoothly during community-based emergencies and activities. Skywarn, collaborating closely with the National Weather Service, we serve as a critical link in severe weather spotting and reporting efforts, contributing to the safety of our region. Auxcom Region 5, we provide interoperability communications, allowing different agencies to communicate effectively during local and regional events, enhancing overall coordination. Wisconsin ARES/RACES Network, as part of this statewide network, we engage in coordinated efforts during large-scale events across Wisconsin, bolstering our response capabilities. RACES, Radio Amateur Civil Emergency Services, our affiliation with RACES, a FEMA organization, positions us to operate during national emergencies, ensuring vital communication during times of crisis. Together, these affiliations empower us to operate at various levels as needed and requested by our community, demonstrating our commitment to providing reliable and adaptable communication support during emergencies and events of all scales. ARES operators possess a diverse array of communication resources that empower us to adapt swiftly and effectively in various emergency scenarios. Our capabilities include the quick deployment and self-sustaining equipment called Go kits containing battery-operated radios charged by solar panels, preparing us for rapid deployment that can sustain communication independently for long periods of time. The capability to send and receive FEMA Incident Command System, ICS, forms via email radio, streamlining critical documentation and information sharing. GPS location finding ability, ARES operators can automatically transmit their GPS locations from the field, ensuring accurate tracking and coordination. Position tracking via Automatic Packet Reporting System or APRS, is a real-time position tracking allows us to display essential information on a map. Mesh networks called ARES supports internet, voice, video, and data communication through amateur radio that can swiftly establish a robust network in affected areas. Voice and data can be sent simultaneously over digital radios that enable us to send data while maintaining voice communication with operators, enhancing situational awareness. We can monitor weather conditions via radio, providing crucial warnings and updates to operators in the field in real time as necessary. We have access to 18 fully operational amateur radio satellites allows us to establish reliable satellite communication links, ensuring that communication remains resilient even in remote or challenging environments. These capabilities empower ARES operators to respond effectively to a wide range of emergency scenarios, ensuring that communication remains uninterrupted and information flows swiftly to support our community's safety and well-being. As part of our core capabilities, ARES/RACES operators play a pivotal role in supporting public services, especially when communication becomes the linchpin of effective response and recovery efforts. Here's a broader view of the services we provide. Emergency communication. We step in to provide crucial emergency communication when traditional means are unavailable, ensuring that vital information reaches the right people during critical moments. Communication augmentation. During emergencies, when public service communication resources are stretched thin or overloaded, we serve as a valuable augmentation, reinforcing communication infrastructure to maintain efficiency. Severe weather spotting. We actively engage in severe weather spotting and assessments, collaborating closely with the National Weather Service. This partnership aids in timely and accurate weather-related information dissemination. Interagency communication. Our operators act as a vital communication link, bridging the gap between local, county, regional, state, and federal government agencies, as well as non-governmental organizations. This seamless connection ensures coordinated response efforts. Health and welfare communication. During disaster situations, we provide essential health and welfare communication, connecting people in disaster areas with critical resources and support. And formal written traffic. We play a role in passing formal written traffic through the National Traffic System, NTS, ensuring that important messages are conveyed efficiently and reliably to their intended recipients. In essence, our ARES Races team is a versatile force, equipped to handle a wide spectrum of communication needs during emergencies. We are dedicated to reinforcing public services and ensuring that communication remains uninterrupted, safeguarding the well-being of our community. Our ARES group has several close associations with other agencies through agreements called Memoranda of Understanding. A Memoranda of Understanding provides a framework for cooperation and coordination with governmental and non-governmental agencies to which radio amateurs provide communication services, or with whom we cooperate in serving the public. This establishes broad guidelines and expectations between each organization. Here is a sample of the different agencies we have Memoranda of Understanding that currently exist. In summary, amateur radio plays a critical role in supporting communities during emergencies by offering fast communication, serving as a backup network, and strengthening resilience. We are your emergency lifeline. ARES ensures swift communication when conventional networks fail. We step in for quick coordination during crises. We are your reliable network backup. In times of emergency, when commercial networks struggle or go down, we provide a dependable backup. Our network redundancy helps maintain communication when you need it most. And we enhance resilience. We contribute to community readiness and response during both emergencies and local events, bolstering overall resilience. Our focus is on serving our community's communication needs. Thank you for listening. For more information, please contact George Lampier, the Washoe County ARES Emergency Coordinator.